want to understand from you, immediately after the escalation along the AFPAC border, we started seeing statements coming from Pakistan saying that it has all been, India is behind all that is happening. And finally, the Ministry of External Affairs had to issue a very terse and strong statement to show that Pakistan is suffering of its own doing. So, it happened when there was trouble in POK. Balochistan is a constant problem for Pakistan. Every time Pakistan has been pointing fingers at India, but should it also not understand why people in its own provinces are so unhappy and not ready to, tolerate those hukmarans anymore?
See, firstly, let there be no doubt that Pakistan for now some time has been blaming India for anything and everything.
Yes.
It calls Baloch Liberation Army, Baloch Liberation Funds as organizations backed by India or created by India. Similarly, TTP is also being talked in religious terms as Khawarij or something which has a connotation in Islamic lexicon. Having said that, and as I said, since Pakistan has not been able to counter both Baloch nationalists as well as TTP, they put the blame on external powers. That is the best way they can do. Pakistan has never been able to resolve its internal differences, and this is primarily because Pakistan is being created based on a flawed ideology. I have always believed the two-nation theory was a flawed ideology, and you can't build an edifice over a flawed foundation. Now, to say that just because we are Muslims, we are all Pakistanis doesn't work. Ethnic fault lines cannot be subsumed by an all-inclusive Islamic identity. More importantly, when Pakistan was created, they thought that not only ethnic identities, but even sectarian fault lines will be bridged. To date, Pakistan has not been able to define who's a Muslim, and as a result, you have sectarian fault lines. Now, today, TTP wants to create Islamic Amirat. Pakistan is Islamic Republic, but it is not Islamic Amirat. So, ideologically there is a difference. I did not say Pakistan and Taliban have ideological convergence or congruence. I said TTP and Taliban have ideological convergence. In fact, TTP considers Amirul Momin as they have taken bath. They owe allegiance to Amirul Mominin, who is the leader of Taliban. And similar is the case with Jaish. Please understand. So, this factor needs to be understood. To date, Taliban has not handed over one person who has owed allegiance to them to any foreign power, be it ETIM of China or TTP of Pakistan. They have only been relocated when the countries have talked too much that there is a problem, they relocate them inside, but they have never handed. They earlier also refused to hand over Osama bin Laden, if you remember, to US.
Correct.
So, Taliban is unlikely to make any compromise with their ideology. This factor needs to be understood. Abhinav talked about moderate and this. Yes, there are differences between Kandhari Taliban and Kabul Taliban.
And the north.
But again, let me make it very clear. Amirul Muminin's word is the final edict. As long as he lives, his word will prevail. Though many in Kabul feel that women should be allowed, this should be there. So much so that when there was an earthquake, and Amirul Mominin said that the male rescuers cannot touch the female.
No, they left the dead bodies.
That's what
of the women.
So that's why I said. No, they left women to die because they were not women rescuers.
Because they said only family members have the right to touch the dead body of a woman.
Only people who are mahram. Family members also, it is actually defined who can do that. So please understand, ideologically Taliban is an extremely rigid organization. And this ideology permeates inside Pakistan. For the first time.
So what is, how is it going to play out?
So this is what I am trying to say. This is where the problem is that earlier also when you saw, there are people within the armed forces, the people within the political establishment who have sympathies with Taliban. Now when it comes to pure military dynamics, see, Pakistan has a fairly advanced air force. Afghanistan doesn't have anything to counter, and that's why aerial bombing is feasible. And now Pakistan has accepted that they bombed it. In fact, they said they tried to target Nurwali Mahsood, who is the leader of TTP, who survived. Now they have issued the photos of Spin Boldak where they actually targeted this. So in Afghanistan, in Kandahar province, they have shown the photos also they have released. So they are showing that they are carrying out an air attack. They said we carried out an attack in Kabul also, which was precision attack to prevent casualties to civilian population. That's what they are saying.